Tobacco has always played an important role in the economy and history of Wilson, and in 1937 the Wilson Chamber of Commerce highlighted that fact by hosting the first tobacco festival. The first year was only one day, but it proved to be very popular. Festivals were held in 1937, 38, 39, 40, and 41, stopped for World War II, and returned in 1946, 1947, and 1948. This is an official program for the festival for 1938. Interestingly enough, the event was not held during the weekend. It kicked off on Monday, August 15th, and ended on Thursday night. Events included 2 street dances on Monday night, a square dance at 8 p.m., and a masquerade costume ball at 10 p.m. Other events included a mule, horse, and pony show, King Neptune's Water Carnival, showcasing the city's new pool, a baseball game, a band concert, and a large street parade. Many of these events also became part of future festivals. The costume ball offered prizes for most beautiful costume, most comical costume, most unusual costume, tackiest costume, cleverest costume, and most appropriate, i.e. related to tobacco festival costume. The dance proved very popular and became a recurring part of the festival. This photo shows Lester Rose, head of the Chamber of Commerce and Master of Ceremonies, and Francis Bullingham at the costume ball in 1940. And no, I don't know who the tobacco worm is. The square dance offered prizes for best dancing couple, tallest girl with shortest man, tackiest dress couple. Prizes were $5 in each category, with each partner receiving $2.50. $5 in 1938 would be worth $109 in 2025. Children were invited to take part in a pet parade in which pets were judged on most attractive, best behaved, most unique, and most unusual. Prizes were $10 for first place, $7.50 for second place, $5 for third place, and $2.50 for fourth place. Eloise Fretz won first place in 1938. Designing this boat took a lot of work. Why put this much effort in a pet contest? In 1938, minimum wage was 25 cents per hour, so that $10 would be worth over $200 today. Along with swimming and diving events, the Water Carnival also featured a skit entitled Evolution of the Bathing Suit Era, which showcased styles of swimwear from 1855, when Wilson County was founded, to 1938. Several stunt divers also took part in the program, including Danny Jones from South Carolina, who performed 2 flaming dives, one in the afternoon when the surface of the pool was on fire, and one at night when his suit was on fire. Another gentleman, who was said to be local, leapt from the 10-foot diving board with an admiral tied around his neck. If anyone knows his name, please let me know. Winners received silver trophies from King Neptune and his mermaids that evening. Mrs. Frances Sumners of Raleigh won the Bathing Beauty contest. More than 40 young ladies often competed for the title of Tobacco Queen. This is a photo of the contestants of 1938 having dinner at the Cherry Hotel. Held at the Wilson County Fairgrounds, the pageant began at 8 p.m. and was followed by the Coronation Ball at the New Planters Warehouse at 10 p.m. Queen Grace Mewborn chose Alan Exum as her king. Each year, Wilson picked its own princess/hostess. Doris Schwamm, later Walston, was princess in 1940, and yes, her dress in this photo is made of tobacco leaves. Other early photos of the title were Robbie Sue Black, 1937, Charlotte Fleming in 1938, Evelyn Hackney in 1939, and Betty Strickland in 1941. Tobacco auctioneers played an important role during the annual tobacco market, and there was a contest in each festival. In 1939, it was held on the back of a flatbed truck. The parade was the highlight of the festival. Here are some of the floats that appeared over the years. Please note the description I used is how I refer to the float and not its official name or sponsor. Below is what I refer to as the igloo float. The Quill float from 1940, which featured the Wilson's 50th anniversary of the Wilson tobacco market. The Chariot float from the National Bank of Wilson, and the Wagon float from the Brown Crawley Oil Company. Of course, there was always a royal float featuring young ladies hoping to become the tobacco queen. The one whose sashes are visible in this photo are Miss Snow Hill, Miss Walstenburg, Miss Whitakers, Miss Stantonsburg, Miss Pikeville, Miss Oxford, Miss Sims, Miss Goldsboro, Miss Washington, Miss Saratoga, and Miss Lucama. Other contestants over the years included Miss Springhope, Miss Bailey, Miss Eaton, and Miss Toysnot. In addition to floats, school bands, clowns, scouts, and riders on horseback took part in the parade, along with at least one giant tobacco worm. In 1948, Wilson went all out by hosting the Tobacco Tamasha. Tamasha meaning a grand show, performance, or celebration, especially one featuring dance. Two nationally known entertainers, radio TV personalities, took part, Perry Como and Arthur Godfrey. In addition to broadcasting their national radio shows from Wilson that week, Mr. Como and Godfrey assisted in judging competitions in fiddling, hog calling, and tobacco auctions. Pictured here is Mrs. J.D. Jordan, who won the hog calling contest. Mr. Art Finch won the tobacco pieing contest, and 17-year-old Peggy Barnes from Lucama surprised everyone by finishing third in the auctioneer contest. Patty Osborne from Shelby, who already held the title of Miss North Carolina, was crowned the tobacco queen by Perry Como the last night of the festival. The event was a huge success, but it had become too expensive to put on. The Tamasha was the final tobacco festival. Special thanks to Mr. J. Robert Boykin III, who allowed me to use some of the photos from his private collection in this program.